My name is Michael, and I am an accessibility expert at NNELS. Did you know that you can download graphic novels and comics directly from the NNELS repository? If you said no, well, you're not alone, because up until recently, neither did I. But I'm very happy to share that we can now read about our favorite heroes and explore imaginative and exciting new worlds directly from the NNELS repository in a variety of accessible formats, including EPUB 2 and 3, DAISY, and MP3. Let's search the NNELS collection together and see what graphic novels we can find. We have two methods at our disposal. First, we'll click on Browse by Genre. This is our second option beneath Browse the NNELS collection. Once this page is opened, we'll scroll down to Comics Graphic Works. And here we have an alphabetized list of the various graphic novels and comics within the NNELS collection. So we can read original stories like 7 Generations. We can read comic book adaptations like Battlestar Galactica. And we can read about our favorite heroes in the major story arcs like the death of Captain America. But as you may notice, while this is an alphabetized list, we don't have access to filtering our options by format and by author and the various other filterable options that are available when searching the NNELS repository through the search menu. So this is going to be our second method of browsing for graphic novels by searching the NNELS repository. I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead, so let's try typing in zombies. And see what we can get. We can see that we have a number of options at our disposal. And more importantly, we can see that we have the filterable options. I'm going to go ahead and click EPUB 3 full text and audio. And let's see what we can see. Perfect. We have The Walking Dead Volume 1, the graphic novel. Now, one thing to watch out for, because of the nature of comic books and how popular they have become, people do write novels based within these universes. So from time to time, you may come across an ebook novelization of one of these comics. Just one thing to watch out for. Now that we've downloaded a few titles, why don't we open them up? I'm going to start off by opening up Apple Books. And let's start with 7 Generations. As a low vision user, I can make out these pictures thanks to being able to zoom in. However, no amount of zooming is going to help me figure out what's within these text boxes. VoiceOver can help to a degree on pages where it is not visually intensive and there's not a lot of text. VoiceOver will read all of the captions from top to bottom. However, in visually intensive pages like this, regrettably, VoiceOver isn't going to help me very much. But what if I want to avoid eye strain altogether? Well, within the NNELS repository, some comics and graphic novels have been converted into MP3 format, turning these into audiobooks. There are also titles like The Walking Dead that have fully described images accompanying the comic panels. Let me show you. I've gone ahead and enabled VoiceOver. So on the left-hand side of our screen, we can see one of the pages from The Walking Dead. And on the right, we have full text describing each panel as well as a page layout. I'm going to 2-finger swipe down so that we can listen to the entirety of the page.
Row 1 has one wide panel. Rows 2 and 3 each have 2 square panels, and row 4 has a wide, borderless panel with an image that bleeds behind the panels above. It is daytime, and the scene takes place on a country road. Panel 1, heading, wide panel, wide view angled straight over a police car onto a 2-lane rural highway. The car takes up the lower left half of the panel, and is parked sideways in the middle of the road, crossing over the painted lane divider into both lanes. In the background, power lines, wooden farm fences, and tall grass line both sides of the highway. Silhouettes of residential buildings line the distant horizon. The lights of the cop car flash. There are circles drawn around its lights that indicate the flashing. In the midground, several feet away, an old beat-up pickup truck with a smashed windshield is parked facing the police car. Its driver's side door is open. Boom. A figure fires a gunshot through the window of the truck's open door. Spack. The bullet hits the top of the hood.
One of the nice things about VoiceOver is with that 2-finger swipe, it'll continuously read all of the pages. So I'm not having to flip to the next page when VoiceOver has come to the end of the current page it was on. I hope you have a lot of fun discovering your next great read from the NNELS repository, whether it be a graphic novel, comic, or anything in between. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.